Okay, we're back again, and we've got one last caller for this evening, and then we're going to wrap the program up after the producer stops beating up my microphone. So, if you'd like to get our caller on air to us, please. If you've been listening this evening, hope you've enjoyed our first program of After Dark, and I'd just like to, in advance, thank the production team who've been working really hard to put the first program together and get all the gear working. And here we go. I'm just about to speak to Natu Rama. Here we go.
Hi, Nick.
Good evening, Natu. Thanks for joining me on After Dark. How are you this evening?
Great.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep, I can hear you fine.
Jolly
can you
good.
hear me?
Yep, that's all great. Now, you're calling in to talk about your business. You've come to the end of the line, I think, with a very well-known business, a high street business in Christchurch.
Correct, Nick.
So, tell us about, it's Ace Video. Tell us about the business and why you've come to this stage.
Well, Nick, we've been going for 35 odd years now. And for every one of us, sometime there has to be an end. And when I say end, basically business can go on, but the operator needs to have a rest.
Yeah. So, if you don't mind, would you give us an indication of what your age is?
I'm heading towards 70.
Oh yeah, it's time to. Are you going to put your feet up or do something different?
Oh no! I want to pursue some of my core passions that been sort of been put aside for a long time.
You've been very active, in the business community, but especially amongst the Indian community, haven't you?
Yes.
Can you give us some idea of the kind of things you've been doing apart from running Ace Video?
We've been actively involved in Indian community. My position at the moment is senior advisor to community, but I've been the longest-serving president. And we started a number of initiatives like the Diwali event for wider community. We also want to go further in that area of as more migrants come in, to do something for them, so that way they feel at home or gets assimilated a lot faster into the New Zealand community better. They have, families, they have their job situations, they have other issues like their kids' education and things like that. And if you can steer them towards that, it makes life a lot easier for them.
Yeah, you've. I must say the Diwali thing's been hugely popular, hasn't it, with the Christchurch folks?
Yes, it has. We started off with the 3 core aims. One of them was to give our younger members a platform where they can showcase their talent to the world. And that was one of the primary aim of Diwali. The second one was to bring the process of integration, that is, still have our individualism, but bring to the wider community a knowledge of what our Indian culture adds to the New Zealand Kiwi culture, if you like.
Yeah, because you're really importantly, you're providing an opportunity for real engagement, aren't you? And further understanding engagement. By simply spending time together. And when you look at these Indian youngsters and some not so young people, the beautiful costumes, the dancing, it's quite different to what Kiwis are used to, and it's fascinating to see.
Correct. And it's also engagement at all levels, not only the youngsters, but also at the older levels, because we try to engage people over 50s as well, because they're all part and parcel of us as well. Yeah. And the second core idea was to give a taste of food, different Indian foodstuffs from different regions of India. We haven't sort of quite got there yet, but that was the other aim.
Let's talk about your building. The Ace Video building is still there on the corner of High Street.
Correct.
With all the old Fuji, the
Yes.
VHS
Yes.
paint on it. What's happening with that building?
We sold it recently, primarily because when we settled our insurances last year, we were focused to repair it. And my aim was to create a legacy there in our building through our trust. And
Do you mean it took 8 years to settle your insurance?
7.5, just over 7.5 years, yes.
That must have taken quite a toll on you.
Well, it took us a lot of energies and a lot of stress.
Did you switch off after a bit because it just got too hard?
No, never switched off, but really got frustrated and running out of steam as well, and money as well.
Yeah. Now, I know that you had an interest in a restaurant
Yes.
out in Lincoln. Are you still involved in that?
No, I sold that stake as well, mainly because it was causing too much stress for me as well. So I had a heart attack, so I needed a break from a lot of those things. So I just focused back onto the Ace Video again.
Yeah. Now, with regard to Ace Video, it's been
Yes.
around for a long time. Now, it was what I'd call a high street business because you could walk in there and get your tapes converted and maybe buy
Yes.
some consumables or maybe
Yes.
hire a camera or something like that.
Yeah.
You're not on the high street anymore. That must have affected your business.
No, it hasn't, Nick. In fact, where we are now, it's a very good location for us. It was an interesting situation while we were in High Street, and that is, we are one of the unique production houses that were based in the CBD area. And when we shifted after the earthquake to 188 Walton Road, the selling of consumer item is not our business, basically. Our core item is a production, equipment hire, and media conversion. That's what we do. That's our core business, and installation stuff. So we haven't changed from that, basically.
So have you formally gone to market with the business through a broker, or how's it going?
No, I haven't. I haven't gone that far yet.
Okay, well, look, thank you very much for calling us this evening. Very best of wishes for not your retirement, but the next stage of your life.
Thank you, Nick, and all the best for your new venture as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Natu. Good night to you.
Cheers, bye. Okay.
Righty-ho, that concludes the programme. We're just about up to 11 o'clock, and I'd like to thank the producers who've worked very hard to bring the show together this evening. And we're going to have a look at what we did tonight, and then maybe back on Wednesday next week. So, it's good night from me, and we hope to see you again soon.